Hello friends, now I'll start a very familiar topic of all, that is time, speed, distance. You have learned this topic in school level also. So first I'll introduce you to a basic formula that speed is equal to distance upon a time. The first formula is speed is equal to distance upon time, and distance is equal to speed into time, and time is equal to distance upon speed. If you look at this triangle, you can remember these formulas very easy. Distance is equal to speed into time, speed is equal to distance upon time, and time is equal to distance upon speed. Many times in the problem of times speed distance, there are the mismatch in the quantities the mentioned. Somewhere it is written the speed in meter per second, somewhere it is written in kilometer per hour, somewhere miles per hour. So you should be able to convert the unit into a common unit of the problem. Okay, suppose the you if you want to convert one unit of kilometer per hour to meter per second, you just have to multiply that by 5 by 18. It's very simple. I have simplified it. It is 1000 by 16 to 60. If you'll simplify that, you'll get 5 by 18. So you remember only 5 by 18. So if you want to convert a kilometer per hour into meter per second, you just multiply that number by 5 by 18. On the other hand, if you want to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour, then you'll have to multiply by 18 by 5. Okay, now this is the formula for average speed. Suppose the journey is covered in the parts. Okay, some distance with some speed, some distance with some other speed. So you have to find the average speed by a simple formula, the total distance upon total time taken. But if the distance is same or it is a return journey, then you have to find the averages of the speed by the formula of harmonic mean. Suppose going one side, uh, you cover the distance by a kilometer per hour, and while returning the speed was b kilometer per hour, then the average speed will be 2ab upon a plus b. Please keep remember this formula because it's very important formula. Now we'll see one problem based on average speed. A man leaves his house in the morning for hobbies and returns to his house in the evening. In the morning, he leaves at the speed of 35 miles per hour, but during return in the evening, his speed is only 25 miles per hour. Now you have to just observe the distance is same. That means he's the problem is talking about return journey. Then the average speed is calculated using the formula of harmonic mean. So you can simply put the formula and put the values and then find out the answer. Now we'll see some important relation between time, speed, and distance. So very important. These three relations are very important. Uh, Suppose if the distance is constant between two sets of speed, time, and distance, then you can directly write s1 upon s2 is equal to t2 upon t1. Remember, it is s1 upon s2 is equal to t2 upon t1. That means s1 t1 is equal to s2 t2. But if its speed is constant, then d1 upon d2 is equal to t1 upon t2, and if time is constant, then s1 upon s2 is equal to d1 upon d2. Many times we have to use this relation in the problems for the solving. Now we'll take a simple example. D covers the distance between his house and office at 50 miles per hour, so 50 meters per hour. If he is late by 20 minutes, but when he travel at 60 miles or meters, whatever it be, he reaches 10 minutes early. What is the distance between house and office? Oh, okay, it's miles. Okay, so let the distance be x miles. S1 is equal to 50 miles per hour, S2 is equal to 60 miles per hour. So you can find out the times. The time will be x upon 50, and in the next set, that is uh, For the next set it is x upon 60. So you know that the difference is between these two speeds is uh, 20 minutes late and 10 minutes early. So if you'll combine these two, you'll get a half an hour distance, half an hour difference. Okay, so you have to write like this: when he is fast and when he is slow. So the difference between these two will be half. So after solving, you will get the distance as 150 miles. Sorry, this is slow and this is fast. So this will take much more time. Now we'll learn the concept of relative speed. Relative speed is speed of two bodies running in motion. Suppose they are running in the opposite direction, then you have to add their speed to find out the relative speed. And if they're moving in the same direction, then you have to find the difference of their speed, positive difference. Okay, now let us take one example. Suppose there's one car which is moving in one direction at 50 kilometer per hour, and there is another which is moving in opposite direction at 60 kilometer per hour. Then their relative speed will be 110. But if they are moving in the same direction, then the relative speed will be 60 minus 50, that is 10 kilometer per hour. Remember, you have to find the positive difference. Here's one example. Two men start bicycling in opposite direction at 8 km per hour and 12 km per hour respectively. After how many hours will they be 45 kilometers apart? Now since they are bicycling in opposite direction, you have to find the relative speed by adding these two speeds. That is 8 plus 12 is equal to 20 km per hour. So time taken will be distance upon the relative speed, not the actual speed. So 45 upon 20 is equal to 2 1 upon 4 hours, that is 2 hour 15 minutes. Now if the problem would have been like this, they are moving in same direction, then instead of 20 you have to write the difference of their speed, that is 12 minus 8 is equal to 4 kilometer per hour. Now we'll see a problem which was actually came in the GATE paper in 2011. The fuel consumed by a motorcycle during a journey while traveling at various speeds is indicated in the graph below. They have given a graph, okay, uh, uh, for the fuel consumption based on the speed. Suppose the graph, you have to read the graph is like this. Suppose speed is 15, then the fuel consumption per kilometer per liter is 60 kilometer in 1 liter. So suppose the speed is 75, then nearly 75 kilometers per liter. Now what they have asked, the distance covered during 4 laps of the journey are listed in the table. There are 4 laps PQRS. The distance in kilometer in each lap is listed here, and the average speed is listed here. Okay, so from the given data we can conclude that the fuel consumption per kilometer was used during the lap PQRS. So you have to find the lap in which the fuel consumption was least. Okay, so we'll solve by this. Okay, distance it is given, average speed it is given. So based on this average speed, you have to read the graph and find out the fuel consumed. Okay, so based on as these average speed, the fuel consumes are like this. Okay, so 15 for 15 it is 60, for 45 it is 90, for 75 it is 75, for 10 it is 30. So this is fuel consumed, that is kilometer per liter. Okay, now we have to find the actual fuel consumption because the distance traveled here is only 15 kilometer, and here the fuel consumption is kilometer per liter, that means 60 kilometer per liter. So fuel consumption was 0.25, 15 divided by 60. Similarly 75 divided by 90, 40 divided by 75, 10 divided by 30. So the least one is the P lap. Okay, so you can write the fuel consumption in lap P is least, hence answer is A. Thank you.